Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Law on Obligations and Contracts. Now, for this video, we will discuss the fourth defective contract, which is void and inexistent contracts. So, let us distinguish voidable and void contracts. In voidable contract, it may be ratified. Di ba sabi natin na if avoidable contract can be ratified expressly or impliedly, no? Like the minor accepting benefits under the contract. So ratified na siya. The minor can no longer question or can no longer file an action for annulment. But in void contract, since the contract is void or invalid from the very beginning, it cannot be ratified. Hindi mo pwedeng itama ang kung anumang mali sa umpisa pa lang, di ba? Hugot. Second is produces effects until annulled. Ito yung valid until annulled. Meaning, kung hindi ka nag-file ng action for annulment in a voidable contract, the contract remains to be valid. Meron siyang epekto, valid siya. But in void contracts, from the very beginning, it is void. So therefore, it has no valid effects. Voidable, defect is due to incapacity or vitiated consent. But in void contract, the defect here is that ordinarily public policy is militated against. Valid until annulled, the voidable, void contract, void from the very beginning, so generally no action is required to set it aside unless contract has already been performed. Voidable contract may be cured by prescription, di ba? 4 years. At depende kung ano yung ground ng voidable contract. But a void contract cannot be cured by prescription. It cannot also be ratified. Voidable contract, defense may be invoked only by the parties or their successors. But in void contract, defense may be availed of by anybody whether he is a party to the contract or not, as long as his interest is directly affected. So pwedeng third person for as long as meron siyang direct interest sa contract. Referred to as relative or conditional nullity, but in void contract referred to as absolute nullity. Now let us distinguish unenforceable and void contracts. May be ratified yung unenforceable contract. Then again, void contract cannot be ratified. Unenforceable contracts, there is a contract but it cannot be enforced by a court action. Okay, merong kontrata pero oral siya, kaya hindi siya pwedeng enforce in a court action or between two minors or two incapacitated persons or an agent without authority. Okay? Void contracts, there is no contract at all. No, wala talagang kontrata. An enforceable contract cannot be assailed by third parties, but a void contract can be assailed by anybody directly affected. Okay, yan. So ano pala yung mga void contracts? Void and inexistent contracts from the beginning sa umpisa. Number one, those whose cause, object, or purpose is contrary to law, morals, good customs, public order, or public policy. Remember the principle of freedom to contract? Di ba sabi natin sa principle of freedom to contract na the contracting parties can enter into such stipulations, clauses, conditions, and terms as may be convenient to both of them. For as long as these stipulations, terms, and conditions should not be contrary to law, morals, good customs, public order, or public policy. So the effect of entering into such stipulations which are contrary to law, morals, good customs, public order, or public policy is that the contract is inexistent and void from the beginning. If that is the case, the contract does not produce any effect. Wala siyang epekto kasi hindi siya valid from the very beginning. Okay? And no rights can be invoked or can be raised from that contract kasi void siya from the very beginning. Second, those which are absolutely simulated or fictitious. Remember yung topic natin in absolute simulation? When the parties do not intend to be bound at all. Wala talagang kontrata. Gawa-gawa lang niya ang contract para lokohin yung ibang tao. It's as if na binenta ko na to, hindi na to sa akin para hindi ka makasingil sa akin. So, pwede yun siya. Absolutely simulated. Pero ang totoo talaga, sa'yo pa din yung property. Nag-execute ka na ng document purporting to state that you have already sold the property. But in truth and in fact, hindi mo na ibenta. Sa'yo pa din yun. So that is absolutely simulated or fictitious contract. So if that is the case, the status of the contract is void. Third, those whose cause or object did not exist at the time of the transaction. Diba remember, dapat the object must be in existence, no? Yun yung isa sa mga requirement ng object for its validity. Or coming into existence. At least it will come into existence. Gaya ng example natin dati na harvest. Nagtanim ka ngayon ng palay, sabi mo sa buyer na, sa'yo ko ibebenta to kapag nakapag-harvest ako. Diba? So, kahit na at the time na nagbenta ka, hindi pa siya in existence, pero it is capable of existence no, in the future. Pero kapag hindi talaga nag-exist yung object, example, bibigyan kita na, ibibenta ko sa'yo yung convenience store na nasa Rojas Extension, corner, Rojas Extension, in front of Rizal Elementary School. But it turned out na hindi pala ikaw yung may-ari. So meaning to say, you cannot give what you do not have. The object that does not exist. Di ba? Hindi naman inexistent yung object, di ba? Or, best example nito is yung mana, inheritance, no? Hindi pa namatay yung parents, pero binenta niya na yung property ng parents niya. Sabi niya, ako ang may-ari nito. So, wala pa, di ba? Kasi nga, saka pa yan matransfer sa'yo kapag namatay na yung parents. So therefore, the object did not exist no, at the time of the transaction. So, ang mangyayari niyan, absent of object or cause, which are the essential requisite of a contract, ang effect niyan is void yung contract. Those whose object is outside the commerce of men. Ayan, isa din to sa requirement for the validity of object. Dapat, it must be capable of commercial transaction. Ang best example nito is dangerous drugs, yung mga shabu. Kasi hindi yan, bawal yan na ibenta mo. So outside commerce yan. So therefore, kapag yan yung object ng contract nyo, the contract is void. Those which contemplate an impossible service. Yung imposible na service, yung hindi mangyayari talaga kahit na anong gawin. Example, you oblige yourself to fly. So that's impossible on your own. So void yung contract. Those where the intention of the parties relative to the principal object of the contract cannot be ascertained. Ayan. So meaning to say, hindi nag-manifest ang consent kasi hindi pa kayo nag-meet no as to the principal object, no? Ano yung intention ninyo, di ba? Remember yung consent, dapat nag-meet na yung offer, na-accept na yung thing, tsaka yung cause, no, which are to constitute the contract, di ba? So kapag hindi pa yun nangyari, pag hindi pa na-ascertain yung intention ng parties, then nasa negotiation stage pa lang, di ba? So therefore, wala pa, hindi pa kompleto yung elements ng contract, and therefore, any contract entered into in the absence of the consent, no, absent of one of the requisite is void. 7, those expressly prohibited or declared void by law. Ayan. The action or defense for the declaration of the inexistence does not prescribe. So walang prescriptive period, it cannot be ratified. Okay, that ends our discussion for void and inexistent contracts. So just read the remaining provisions of void or inexistent contracts. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.